Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a leaked video to do. There's a bunch of stuff coming for Trailblazers, a bunch of new SBCs that are going to be coming out. Just a bunch to talk about in general, man. The content should be rolling in now. Obviously, for the first, I would say, 2 weeks of this game, the content is pretty atrocious, to be fair, for the most part. I think there was like 3 or 4 good SBCs, but the rest of it wasn't too crazy. So hopefully with the way that Trailblazers is kind of looking as of right now, hopefully as the game progresses, it gets even better over time. So first of all, we have the SBC of the Hero SBC that has recently been leaked. This is the tweet over here, where you are basically going to get a hero that is a max 87 hero SBC, right? So we don't know the price of the SBC just yet, but obviously there's a lot of very good selections that you could potentially work with, right? Toure, Ramirez, Marquisio, Alaweron, but that's obviously in the higher spectrum. Like, you could obviously get some players that aren't as crazy and probably low rated as well. For me, honestly, if I were to ever do this SBC and they were to give me someone specifically like Keen would have been a really solid pull in general. I think he would definitely be a card that I would want in my team because I just did his review recently and he's an absolutely fantastic player, right? So definitely a card that I'm looking into in regards to the SBC that could potentially come out. We don't know the price of the SBC, but obviously we'll be taking a look at that when that comes out. Next up, we have some of the Player of the Month cards that have also been leaked. Both of these cards are going to be big SBCs for us to do on the channel for sure, because they are cards that are very effective in the meta of the gameplay. Leão, generally speaking, is a crazy pace player that has physical capabilities. Like, if this guy gets past you, it's really hard to catch up, but then his finishing actually comes off really nicely for the most part too, because he has all of the right play styles. We've already done a review for his rare gold card, right? So if we take a look at the Rafael Leão card, on the play styles, he's got rapid, finesse shot, whipped pass, flare, trickster, quick step. This card on a finisher chemistry style is a nuisance to play against, right? Because he has all of the right capabilities. In the future, I could totally see people giving him a finisher chemistry style as well, because if you take a look at the improvements that the card would get, pace being higher would be crazy, considering the fact that his playstyle plus is already the rapid, right? Reaches a higher sprint speed while dribbling and has reduced chance of an error when sprinting or performing knock-ons. That's what he's so crazy at, right? Like, if you're doing a general build-up play and you have a card like this running in that side position, whether that's the left-hand side or the right-hand side, it is really nuts to work with stuff like that. So Leão is definitely going to be a really big SBC for a lot of people. Easy meta links to a lot of cards as well, so definitely look forward to that. The other card is going to be Heung-Min Son, actually, right? So Heung-Min Son, if you guys haven't tried out his rare gold card, for me personally, I do prefer the more agile players, generally speaking, right? Because with this card, if I give him a hunter chemistry style, I do feel like I want that dribbling boost. I never really did his review, but I still have the footage for it. Maybe at some point I'll post it anyways, because gold cards grow over time, right? But on a hunter chemistry style, I always feel like I want that dribbling boost on the card on a personal level. But what I'm thinking is that with this new Player of the Month card that's going to be coming out, it's probably going to be worth getting. The reason being for this is because these types of capabilities, if you're using this in the side positions, you don't really care as much about, right? Because if you have a more physical dribbler there's no problem. But the key thing here is base card stats for shooting being improved while being able to provide him with an engine chemistry style in the future, obviously, with the playstyle plus that he's working with, because the finesse shot playstyle plus, guys, is genuinely insane. Now, this is just on a personal level when it comes to like the left stick dribbling stuff. In this year's game, it's not as bad as previous years. Like, if you use Son on a hunter chemistry style, he's going to perform really well. Like, he still scored a lot of opportunities for me. I actually have his footage. I just only scored 4 goals with him and haven't done the finesse shot too much. But if we get more footage for him, then obviously we can get that review out, because he's still pretty solid. He gets himself into pretty good positions. Definitely a nice card to have on the side. It's just the physical dribbling, right? So what I'm thinking is that in the future, if you can put his shooting in the 90s area and then you have the finesse shot plus, it would be really insane to work with. But even in the future, let's say, you know, they improve the base card stats for pace even, right? I would still give him like a finisher maybe. If they put the pace in a certain area, that'd be really nice. But it just depends, right? It really depends on how they end up improving the card. But Son is going to be a big one too, because his finesse shots really insane to work with as well. So definitely have to look into that. We also have the Trailblazers. So Team of the Week obviously came out. I haven't checked out any of those cards. I think the only main one to check out would probably be like Giroud or something, because obviously he's like really, really hyped as a goalkeeper. But the Trailblazers are going to be coming out. These are RTTK, Hector Bellerin. We won't be doing a review for that. It's a fullback. Couldn't care less, right? Unless it's like a full meta card or a card that's like pretty meta. If it was like a good player of the month or something like that. So this is the actual promo. If you guys are ever interested in checking out the Discord, the link below, you can actually like join our Discord and check out this type of stuff, right? So the Trailblazers is going to start off hot, which I'm very excited about, because as a person who does player reviews, I need content. And the RTTK cards, like the only cards that I could have done from the last team was probably Pedro, Modric, and Angel Di Maria. Those are like the main ones, right? But I haven't done them yet because obviously I've been really busy doing a lot of the other content. Maybe today we'll have the time. It just depends, right? But Mbappe is obviously going to be a big one. There's not really much to look into here, because with Mbappe's card, he's obviously a full meta player. He's gone down in price a little bit, 190k. It goes down when people see the hype of a card being released, right? But obviously, Mbappe is going to be a full meta player. He's one of the very few cards that has that proper attacking AI in the game, that movement. I'm going to be honest with you guys, a lot of the female players that play in the attacking positions play a lot, like way better than some of the men players. I'm telling you this right now, because of the body types, because of the attacking AI that they're working with. Like I tried this card recently in a draft, bro. This one, blue-haired Mbappe, this card right here. I think she's blue-haired in game. And she's nuts, bro. Really, really good card. It saved my draft. Like she was out, like she has the dislikes just because of how crazy she is. I'm telling you, especially with the Barcelona links that she has, for the links you can work with in your team. Like some people are putting the Barcelona players in their squad just because of her, right? But yeah, she's really sick. Blue-haired Mbappe, basically. Like her attacking AI is crazy. Shooting comes off great. But Mbappe, obviously, if you pack him as a Trailblazers, would be really nuts. I think he's probably going to be like 4 or 5 mil. I would say like 4 or 5 mil. So I don't know if I'll get the review out right away for that card, but obviously we'll see, right? Next up we have is Mohamed Salah. So Salah is obviously going to be a really big card too. Salah's card is very, very solid this year. I like him a lot. For me personally, with this card, he's really nice in those sided areas. Like I was using him in a 4-4-2 formation, and he was being played in the left mid area, left foot, because I like to have strong foot on the strong side. Like I know that the finesse shot and stuff is absolutely fantastic because he has finesse shot plus, right? But I just really like to use strong foot on the strong side because of my general build-up, right? But imagine that in the future, right, they could potentially improve his weak foot to give him a 4-star weak foot. Maybe they give him a different playstyle, who knows, or an added playstyle. And, you know, you give a card like this, the Hawk chemistry style, you have a really, really well formatted card. It would be worth using him on the right-hand side with the 4-star weak foot, if he has the 4-star weak foot, because in finishing in this game, 3-star weak foot, it's mad annoying, right? It helps a lot to give him a Hawk and to boost that as much as possible, but it is nice to also be able to improve that. So we'll see if they end up giving him the weak foot improvement, right? Next up we have is Antoine Griezmann's card. Absolute world class, top class, absolute beauty of a card. I try to add him into every single team that I make for my content accounts, because this guy is absolutely brilliant in game, especially if you play a 4-2-3-1, and he's the guy that you're using in the cam position. Some people are like, oh, what about striker and stuff? No, guys, striker, you need specific attacking AI. Like, he has it there. You could definitely do it. But I'm telling you, man, if you have a lineup like Benzema up top at striker and Griezmann as your cam, it is actually disgusting, okay? Like Griezmann, I try to put into every single squad I have, because there's not that many players in the cam position that have that specific attacking AI while also being able to dribble, okay? Because Griezmann's unique body type works so well in this game, and on a Hunter chemistry style, look at the finishing stats, right? Super key thing here is a 98 finishing, because he has a 3-star weak foot. But I'm telling you, you guys have watched the reviews for the tactics and stuff. Even with the 3-star weak foot, this guy's still scoring bangers for me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just an absolute beauty of a card. We'll see if they do like a playstyle change, or if they do a weak foot adjustment. But that's gonna be insane, right? RTTK is 100% dead. What a horrible promo. Anyways, Hansen is the next one. Definitely have to try her out for sure, because every time I face this woman, she cooks me, man. Like, she cooks me well done, let me tell you. How do you spell her name here? Let's see, because I can't search it right away. No, I spelled it right. Hansen? Oh, maybe I was blind. I was probably blind, because she's 90 rated, right? This card cooks, bro. See all the dislikes? The dislikes is because of how good she is, not because of her being a bad player. The dislikes is genuinely because of how good she is. And she's Barcelona too, bro. You could get her linked to Oshuala. That's nuts, bro. Because both of those cards, super, super good cards to work with. But Hansen, bro, holy. This card cooks me. I haven't tried her out yet, but she cooks me, bro. I'm telling you, she's very, very good. Whenever I face a guy who's competitive or pro player and they have her, oh man, super, super hard to defend against her. Like, you need like absolute full meta cards to defend her. She's just so fast. And I'm looking at her card and I'm like, oh, but 75 bounce, but guess what? Lean body type, right? And I always told people this before the game came out. Because of the body types that the women have, mostly being short and lean body types. You guys know, man, for my attackers last year, every time I said, oh, average body type, chalked, man. It was always the lean body type players that were the best. So the women in this game, super, super good because of the body type that they're working with. So if their dribbling stats is on the lower side, it doesn't matter, especially with the 5-star skills that she has. Crazy play styles. Like, look at all the play styles this girl has, right? Like, she's nuts. Like, she's going to be crazy for sure. So we'll see if we can get our hands on her, because I could probably like link her with Oshuala or something. I have to see, obviously, right? But yeah, nuts card for sure. Koundé is definitely going to be a really big one too. French links, Barcelona links, right? I think with the women, they get the links to the Barcelona players too. So that's going to be like a really huge variable to work with too. So with a card like this, he's controlled, which is a little bit unfortunate, to be honest with you. I think lengthy players are definitely way more important. It definitely adds to the card quite a bit, but we'll see, man. We'll see what the new Trailblazers card is like. Playstyles wise, he has Jockey, which is fantastic. Relentless quick step, slide tackle. A couple of interesting ones there. I think I would probably use the card more as a right back than an actual center back. But like I said, I haven't used him myself, so I actually don't even know what he's like, right? Ruben Dias, definitely a really nice card. I'm very curious to see as to how they improve his pace, because Ruben Dias has all of the very good playstyles, right? He's got bruiser, he's got block, he's got aerial. Like, those are really, really nice playstyles to work with. However, he is on the lower side when it comes down to his pace department, right? Because you would have to use a tactic that is not as aggressive. So let's say, for instance, you're using the 71 depth tactic. If someone does like a law pass in certain situations against your team, this guy's going to get outpaced, right? So the pace boost on the card is going to be a really, really huge variable to work with. They definitely need to improve that quite a bit for this card, for him to be like very, very solid. But again, we'll see what they end up doing with his card in general. What else we got here? We have Declan Rice, who's actually released. Is Ruben Dias an SBC? No. Declan Rice is actually an SBC, apparently. Could be an SBC that's worth looking into. We haven't had good SBCs that often this year. We've had a few, right? But Declan Rice definitely has some of the base mechanic stuff down, right? So if you're on the next gen version of FIFA, he is a mostly lengthy player, W by itself, right? But the key thing here is gonna be to see what types of play styles they end up giving him, because if they end up giving him like Anticipate or Bruiser, those are going to be like really, really big ones to work with. Now, Block is still really good, Intercept is still really good, Press Proven is really good, but Anticipate and Bruiser are going to be really key ones. And if they do like playstyle plus versions of that on these cards, that is going to be really, really nuts. So as an SBC, I could see him being good, but it just depends on how they end up improving him, because the reason why Chouameni is so good in this game as a 3K card is because of the fact that he has all those crazy playstyles. He has all the right playstyles to be a proper medium-high work-rated player. So you can see here, SBC for Declan Rice. Di Lorenzo, gonna be a really big player too. Really, really big player, especially because he's actually a meta player that provides you with fantastic links. So in the future, what I'm thinking is you're probably going to be able to give him an anchor chemistry style to make him a controlled, lengthy player. But the pace on the new card is going to be higher, which is going to be so important, because in this game, it's very important to boost physical capabilities out of your fullbacks as well, while working with higher pace. That's why Mendy is genuinely undisputed in this game. Like, this guy is absolutely fantastic. So hard to kick him out of my team, because take a look at how he's formatted, right? On a shadow chemistry style, this guy is a controlled player, but he's fantastic because on controlled, he still has the high acceleration, the high sprint speed. His body type is unique. Like, there's so many variables that make this guy such a fantastic left back. Weak foot, skill moves, physical stats already there. With Di Lorenzo's card from before, you have to give him that physical boost, but then you sacrifice the pace by a plus 10-10, right? So because he's a controlled, lengthy player, that's the key thing here. If I can give him an anchor chemistry style and really boost that area of the card, it's gonna be crazy, right? Caroline Nicoli, I don't know this card. Let me see here. Caroline. How do you say her name? Caroline. This one. She has potential. Short and lean minus. Short and lean minus is actually nice this year. Yeah, short and lean minus is actually nice. It's not bad for certain cards. You have to try them out, obviously, but no, she's actually she's well formatted, man. Good links too. I know a lot of players that play in this league and this setup, so that's actually not bad at all. Mostly lengthy. If I give her a hunter, she's a controlled lengthy or controlled explosive, excuse me. And she gets the pace boost. She gets a shooting boost, which is massive. Passing is a little bit there. Dribbling is a little bit there as well. A lot of really interesting stuff. Jockey, technical, flair. She has jockey. That's interesting. A playstyle plus would be really big on her. That one you have to see with the improvements that they end up giving her, obviously. Yeah. Matoma. So whoever did the evolutions, Matoma, tears for days, because evolutions Matoma was this one right here. Some people actually did this, which is kind of weird to me. I've actually seen like people in the lower divisions do that, but casual players, right? Because they're not even like looking into like what's being improved and what's not being improved. Matoma could definitely be very good, though. He has a lot of potential because with this card, if you can give him a hunter chemistry style in the future to boost acceleration and sprint speed to be as high as possible while boosting the shooting, he's got potential to work with. The links are not crazy because he's Japanese with Brighton. I don't think Brighton has like too many crazy cards right now. Maybe in the future they could. Oh, João Pedro. João Pedro with improvements could be nice, actually. I haven't tried him out yet, so I have no idea what he's like. Oh, Lamptey too. Yeah, Lamptey's not bad. Lacks physical, though. I wonder what this card's like because he actually has a high price, eh? 89.5k. Wow. Lamptey any good, guys? I haven't tried him out yet, so I have no idea. I know Nick was using him for a little bit, but... what else we got here? So we got... Oh, this guy is saucy in real life, bro. I don't know if you guys ever seen this guy finish in real life. He's actually so saucy, bro. They should put his finishing at 99. I'm not even joking, bro. Bro, you guys should watch this guy's highlights. I'm not kidding. Every single goal he scores, it's like... It's world-class finishes. I swear, bro. It's world-class finishes. I don't know if you guys watch the highlights. It is disgusting the way that this guy finishes, man. So, again, I don't watch Stuttgart play. So I'm not going to comment, like, generally speaking, because it's one thing to look good on highlights and then one thing to play well, generally speaking. But, I mean, from what I've seen, those finishes are more than world class. Like, I didn't see one generic finish from this guy. I'm telling you, like, it's insane. Like, he's going to cost a lot of money if that's how he plays as a striker. I'll tell you that for free. But will a lot of people be interested in the card? It depends. I guess it depends on the upgrades because his links kind of suck, right? Like, his national links, Stuttgart, nothing too crazy to work with there. Henderson, some people might be interested in, obviously, because of the Saudi links. I don't know if Henderson's a high or a medium high. Let me see what they ended up giving him this year. Henderson. Let's see. Jordan Henderson is a high work rate player. He doesn't have a weak foot and stuff, right? Yeah, 3-star. Anticipates pretty good. That's a good one to have, actually. He could be decent. He could be a decent card. Could be a decent one. Mkhitaryan. I'm very curious about this Mkhitaryan card. Like, I really am. The reason being for this is because he could potentially be a fantastic cam. I never tried out this version of his card because it's an inform, so you'd obviously have to pack it. But I'm curious to see what his average body type is like with the dribbling stats improved on the Trailblazers while boosting his pace and shooting to be in the 90s area, because that's what's going to happen for the Trailblazers version of the card, right? So that with a 5-star weak foot and stuff, it's looking pretty saucy, man. It's definitely going to be a very interesting card to see how he ends up being improved. Guys, I'll tell you this for free. I'm most likely going to tell you guys to do this card. I've tried out his rare gold card. The only people that don't like the rare gold Rodrigo are the art trigger merchants, because just like last year with the pace situation, some people just don't like that he's not like always through on goal pace wise, right? But I'm telling you guys, like general build-up wise, this card is really solid, like the rare gold card. So I highly doubt that I'm going to tell you to not do the SBC. Like, it depends on what they end up pricing him, obviously, because if it's like 3 million coins, let's take it easy a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's going to be a really big SBC on my part specifically, because the card has all of the right things to work with as well, right? So that's going to be a really crazy player. Wagner is a player that plays in the MLS. Nothing too crazy there. I don't think there's like too many links to work with there. But yeah, dude, the Rodrigo SBC, like that's gonna be absolutely insane, right? But that's pretty much it for the leaks that we have so far. I'm sure that more things will be leaked as the leaks keep progressing from Sahil and Foot Sheriff. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the video today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Be sure to check out the Discord, guys.